Okay. So for the email ID, I have identified using the locator ID and the value is inside the double quotes. Like that, password is done. What is the next thing? We are going to enter the password. I'm just putting some password. What is the third thing we are going to do? We have to identify the sign in button. So see sign in button, the type is okay, the ID value is there, name is there, class name is there. So here also I'm going to take ID locator. When you are practicing, you can use anything you wanted to. Web element sign in button equal to any name you can have it, like how the variable name, like that any user friendly name you can have it. Sorry, value that I have copied. So now what I'm going to do, I have to click on this sign in button. Okay. So let's use this and first let's check manually so that we will know how this works before we proceed. On clicking on sign in, this one it should come. Okay, this is the success. So check for that. Also inspect that and get the text and check whether this is coming. How I can find it is just take the XPath of this particular component and use get text to read the value. So how will I read it? So by using get text. Okay. So this will return you the text that is inside that particular element. Now you can print that message and see whether it is coming or not. Okay, let's run, let's debug and let's see how the code behaves, how whether it is behaving as expected. Let me close this. Okay. Launching the URL. Finding the drop down element, clicking on that, maximizing, clicking on the login, identifying the email ID text box, entering, done, password text box, entering, done, sign in button, validating, clicking, done. Next, success message. See, successfully logged in. So how I can validate this? You can validate, how you will validate using Java, using the if statement. If message dot equals login is successful. This is the full complete flow. So you can have this inside the method as a login. Public void login. So this email ID and password, you can read it from Excel and you can do the login flow completely. Like how yesterday we did the registration flow, like that you can do login flow also. Okay, I'm not going to debug. Let run and see, because so this is how it behaves. No, without any manual intervention, your script has to run the complete flow. The automation is like the human intervention should not be there. It has to work automatically everything without any human help. And the result alone you should be able to see it. So it executed. See, login successful is the result. So this is how it works. It is not, you can go for a coffee break and come and see whether your script is executed or not. This is how the automation should be. Any doubt with drop down? So only one flow we saw. Another one is there in drop down. I will say that also. Then I will Wait for the query. Now let us take Amazon. This is one type of drop down. Okay. The other type of drop down is, one second. So other type of drop down is, now this is one kind of drop down. Okay. Now let us inspect it. See, this drop down is inside the select tag. When a drop down is inside the select tag, the way of choosing the options is different. You have to use something called a select class to choose the option. Select class. Okay. Create an object for the select class, and the select class constructor will take the driver object as an input. So now this select class object is used for selecting the options. You can select the option using index or by value or by visible text. What is the difference is, index means now this is the options. You can expand and see. Okay. So you can see options. So index start with 0, 1, 2, 3 like that. Values means this is the values. Okay. So select by value, and you can give this value details to select the particular option. Visible text means the text that is visible in screen. You can give Amazon pantry and it should be able to select it. Okay, let's launch this and let's see how this works. Okay. Let me create one method for Amazon. Okay. Public void select options in Amazon. So first we need to launch the browser and launch the URL. So here the URL is Amazon. Done. Now identify the particular drop down. Equal to driver dot find element by dot. So you have to, this is the thing, no? So you can see the highlighting. You can also right click and check which one is good for you. There is a class name, there is a name, and there is an ID also. Let us take an ID. Anything you can take. By dot ID, and I copy paste it. Click on that. After clicking, you will be able to see the options. So I told you, if it is a select, you have to use something called as a select class. Okay. Select, create an object for select class. Okay. And give the particular element, the drop down element as an input. Now you can use the select object to select. You can see select by index, select by value, select by visible text. So you can take either value or a visible text, which is very easy to you to understand. Now let's take value, and you guys try visible text at home. So I'm going to choose something called Amazon devices, and the value is this one. Copy paste that and put it inside the double quotes. Okay, let's run this and see. Let's run this and see. URL is launched. Identifying this. Yeah, you can see. So in Amazon, some issues there, but you can see no Amazon, the device is that last name. So this is how it selects the particular drop down. So these are the two ways of selecting the drop down. Any doubt? Are you clear?
Yeah, clear me.
Okay. Okay. Next, so the one thing is the checkbox and drop down. It is same only, but I wanted to show how it differs. Yeah. So today's assignment is you can use this particular URL. Try to click on this radio button checkbox. Okay, identify it and click it. So like in drop down, there is no much difference like how you click any text box only, identify and click. So you can click radio button option 3 and checkbox. You have to select all the three. So this is the assignment that you are going to do and this is the URL. So URL I'll just ping in the chat and also I can email you. So please go through that. And now it's your query time. So whichever the you have stuck in something you have already worked in your home and if you got stuck, please let me know. Let's fix it now.
I got stuck, but I did not know
Judy,
the
so if you have practiced something in home and if you have stuck and you are not able to proceed further, you can just tell in the class, we can fix it now so that you can proceed with that. So that is this. If nothing is there, then we can wind up. Anything you want to discuss?
Yeah, just a minute, Nandini. I'm having a doubt in reading file.
Okay,
Excel.
share your screen.
Uh,
Let me stop the sharing so that you can share.
yeah.
Judy, if you don't have anything, you
Okay.
can draw or you can also listen to what we are discussing.
Yes, I have a doubt, but let me see if I can show it on the other computer. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
It's not okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Aishwarya,
sharing my
proceed.
screen.
Yeah, once you're
Yeah.
done, we'll go to Judy. Please share your screen, Aishwarya.
It's saying that you have disabled the participant screen sharing.
Yeah, I'll make you as a host.
Yeah.
Allow. Yeah, I made you as a host. Now you will be able to share your screen.
Yeah. Got it. I'm sharing my screen.
Yeah, I'm able to see.
Here I have run the file reading and I have want to print the number of rows and number of columns in the Excel file which I have passed.
Okay. Can you
And
remove that
the
13th
actual number of
line?
rows.
Can you remove the 13th
Yeah.
line? Yeah. Yeah, tell me. Sorry.
Yeah. Here actually my Excel workbook has the number of rows as 3, I think.
No, it's
And
2.
columns as 2. Is that 2?
Number of rows.
I mean 0, 1 and 2.
Yes.
Right?
And column is 2.
By the count it will be 3 and the index starts from 0, 1 and 2. Right?
Correct. Exactly.
When I am printing, why it is saying only 2? 2 means it is the last index number only, right? But it is understood that actually it has 3 rows. Am I right?
Yes. Yes, exactly. And one more tip, when you are working with Excel, when you want to execute anything related to Excel, you have to close the related Excel. If you keep open and if you run, it will not able to open it. No. So when you already open, the system will not able to open and access it. So that case will show an exception.
Yeah, fine. And now I want to print the number of columns also. So in a row, particular row wise, I have to print the number of columns. For the row 1, I have 2 columns, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, but the index number, it has to say as 1, no? 0 and 1. So the last
Correct.
number is 1, no? But
No,
why it is
see,
printing
the
no
number of
column?
rows when it counts like an index. But when it counts number of columns, it will count from 1 and 2. So it will give you 2. But the index is 0, 1 as you told.
The index is 0, 1.
Yes. But when you are asking about the count, total number of columns, it will show you as 2.
The same way it has to show for row also, no?
No, row is different.
Here,
Row, it will start with index 0, 1, 2. Count also, it will give you the last index. Okay.
I didn't have clarified a little bit.
See,
For
if
rows,
you are saying about total number of rows, it will return you the last index of the row. So if you have 5 rows, what is the last index? It is 4, no? It will return. When you ask to give the total number of cell in that particular row, it is normally it will count like a human 1, 2, 3, and it will give you the proper count.
Okay.
Okay, this is how it works. Got it?
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Thanks.
Anything else?
As of now, nothing for me.
Okay.
I will try more and share you tomorrow.
Yeah, sure.
Shall I
Can
stop
you
my
please?
screen?
Yeah, let's go with Judy. Judy, please share your screen and feel free to let us know your doubts.
I'm going to be sharing my screen on another computer. Is that okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Because the other computer, you were not hearing the, what do you call it?
Audio.
The audio, yeah. So let me just wait just a minute, okay?
Yeah, sure, sure. Aishwarya, if you want to drop, you can feel free to drop. If you want to know something like what Judy is sharing and you want to understand that, please be in call. Okay, it's up to you.
Yeah, I am in. Yeah.
Okay.
So you sent me. So you have to accept me on this one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
Okay. Can I share my
Share
screen?
it. Yes, please. Yeah. What is the issue? Oh, no. So you have to, I know the issue is, let me get the access to your remote. Please provide. Yeah. So here, so it should be like this with the file name .exe. You forgot, Judy? So let's run now. I'm not able to see what is exactly written. Just checking if this works. So Aishwarya, you also feel free to check the issues. So if you're not saying also, it's fine. But when you debug someone's issue, you will learn more.
Okay. Yeah, watching you.
Yeah.
The class name can be changed to WebDriver no? In 7th line.
I am not able to see properly. You are able to see?
Too, yeah, it's too, the font is too low.
Yeah. System dot set property WebDriver. I think it is WebDriver only. Dot.
WebDriver.
In the 7th line,
It's very, very small. I'm just checking whether the Chrome driver path is right. So Chrome user, again it is going to user, and here checking the Eclipse inside the document, inside the Selenium, just keep in mind. Inside the documents, just opening and Selenium. So here there should be Chrome driver, exactly. Here we have Chrome driver and also here. Okay, so if I'm going here, it's Chrome. So you can copy paste the address as a text here from here. If you doubt whether it is right or not, you can just copy paste. And also the line to launch browser is you have to use the interface WebDriver. So if you are not able to use the interface WebDriver, then it is like you have not included the Selenium jars. So my first automation to Java is in what? Class variable. So again, you should not use a class variable as a project name. So you have to check, the next thing is you have to check whether you have a Selenium jar. Yes, you do have. So what is the thing? Just observe. So in this case, what you can do is you have to check why you are not able to. So this one, ORG, this one, you should not have it. This and all like you have created because of some issues. So now let's see whether you are able to. So now what is the problem is, so you can see there is no class path and module path. You can remove it and you try to again, you try to add and see because there is some issue with the jar file. So you can go again to your downloads and try to include now. Let me create a new project. Let me create a new class. Because sometimes the project will be having some project may get corrupted because of our several actions, so it's better we'll go fresh and then add the external jar, that is Selenium jar, to it. Okay, let's print hello world and check whether your Java is working fine. All right. So the problem is not with your Java. The problem is with your jar files. So